welcome to the Day Ghost Reviews. Today we're reviewing Lego Batman.
And you have Brandon and Austin here again?
Yep. Well, first of all, I'd like to get started by saying that this movie is very good.
Oh, this movie's amazing.
I know, I love it. I love this movie. It was absolutely hilarious. No, it was nowhere near as funny or clever as the Lego movie. If you're coming in looking and expecting it to be as good as that, you're probably gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, it doesn't quite hit the Lego movie, but I think it's really close.
Right. And still though, for all of the worries I had, because I had a little bit of worries when they decided that they're gonna continue with this
Well,
after the
it's
Lego
gonna be
movie.
a shared universe now. There's
Yeah,
another one that comes out at the
that's
end of
what
the
I
year.
mean. But when I heard about that, I was a little worried, like, oh, well, the Lego movie was very creative. How much farther can you go with that? Because
Well, and it's not
what
the
they
same
went with-
writers, too.
yeah, what they went with for the Lego movie was it was about creativity. It was about finding your own unique creativity, and that kind of fit with the idea of what Legos are.
Oh yeah, for
They're
sure.
about creative and
Well,
being
it's kind of funny
creative
because
and
it's
building
kind of
and
making
using your
fun of the
imagination.
company in a way.
Right.
Because, the villain is the whole, just doing it by the instructions.
Right. Yes.
And my mom is the Lego movie villain because she makes Connor's Lego and super glues it.
Really?
Yeah, so that he doesn't break it.
Wow.
And I tell her all the time, like, you are the villain. So.
She is exactly that. Wow. No, but for all my worries, they immediately melted away when I was watching this, because even though it's not as clever, it still manages to tell.
It's pretty clever.
It manages to be very clever. It's in its own right. It
makes
has
fun of a lot
it
of
still
the
has
other
its
Batman
own
things.
good message to. It's about the importance of working with others in cooperation rather than trying to do everything on your own.
Which I think the Lego movie's stronger because I think
Right.
the Lego Batman movie forces that down your throat in a way that the Lego movie doesn't.
Well, yeah, I have a point on that too later on. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right, like Will Arnett
Oh,
as
he's great.
Batman.
Probably the first person to play Batman as a man-child, and it's
Exactly.
amazing.
Yeah,
oh, he's
and
so good. Yeah.
yeah, he plays, and in this, he actually also has a bit of an internal conflict. He's afraid to start, working with people because he would see them as a family, and he lost his family originally as a child.
Yeah, he's Batman.
So he's Batman.
He's Batman.
So
Which, by the way, we need
Yeah.
more movies where Will Arnett does commentary for his own movie.
Yes.
DC, the house Batman made. Take that, Superman. I am your kryptonite.
Yes. Which. Yeah.
Oh, and there's so many different villains and stuff. And they're so funny. Some of the Batman villains. My favorite is Bane.
Bane is feeling warm and fuzzy.
Preparing to fire, I think is one of his lines. I don't know.
Fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole.
And Killer Croc are do something.
I did something. Don't punch Bane. Oh, that was unnecessary.
That was unnecessary. Oh yeah, and we promised we also had to talk about the Mr. Smiths.
Oh, okay, yes. So I brought up this idea last night when we were watching it, where cause Mr. Smith is in the movie, or Agent Smith.
The agents, from
Smith,
the
yeah.
Matrix.
So I thought, okay, so in the Lego movie, you know that the entire world is just a kid playing with Lego. So then I thought, okay, but if Agent Smith is there, does that mean that the kids are playing with a world that is then put into the Matrix? Like they are just in the Matrix, inside of the world?
Creating a Matrix of their own?
Yeah, or is the kid in the Matrix, and he's playing with this world that is like his version of the Matrix. It blew my mind, man.
It actually
And I don't think they thought about that.
yeah, it actually out mind warped the Matrix. Actually, it's actually more confusing and elaborate than that. Just because of that, the implications of the Smiths being there.
And they didn't think about it either.
I don't think they thought about it.
I think they were like, well, what do we own since we're Warner Brothers? The Matrix, you have to throw something from that in this movie.
Warner Bros.
Warner Bros. Why not Brothers? Every important movie starts with black.
Every important movie ends with white. Yeah. But getting back to the conflict, they don't beat you over the head with it, which is good. The filmmakers also don't focus on it very much beyond its first mention. They don't call back to it, which is fine because it's not trying to be an Oscar film. It's a kids' film, and the message that they use.
And the point of it is just to have fun, really.
Right. Yeah, and the message and the personal conflict that they use for Batman, it gives his character a layer of depth and makes the film enjoyable for not just kids but also teens and adults.
But not seniors. We will not enjoy this movie.
Not seniors, no.
Once you hit 64, it's like, no, you can't enjoy this movie anymore.
Yeah, 64 is the cutoff.
Yeah. Well, you'd think it would be 66, because, you know, Batman's 66.
He's aged tremendously.
He's aged, yeah. Look at all those abs.
He doesn't have 8 abs.
Which I think is a joke.
He has a
that
9
kinda, it's a running joke that I think it like goes into the ground by the end of the movie. Because it's said so many times.
Let's talk about Michael Cera.
Michael Cera's Robin is so funny. I mean, it's kind of like the obvious place to go with Robin, but it's so good.
Oh
my
God.
favorite is when he first meets Bruce Wayne, and he's like, "Hello, my name's Richard Grayson, but the kids at school call me Dick."
Kids can be cruel.
Kids can be cruel.
No, he does a really fantastic job. He's very funny.
These pants are really restricting.
I can only look you in the eye.
Oh, hey, Batman, I have my own catchphrase so I can say, tweet, tweet on the street.
Oh.
Oh my God.
So this movie's a very enjoyable movie. It's one of my favorites. Did it come out in 2016 or
It
something?
came out in 2016.
Oh, okay. So it's.
Oh, hold on. No, it came out this year.
Okay.
It came out in February.
All right. So it's So this year's off to a pretty good start. It's got
Yeah,
to.
yeah, 'cause it's the first movie I saw this year.
Yeah. All right. Well, ready for final thoughts and a score?
Well, I'm not gonna do a score. Final thoughts. I don't know, because I'm just gonna be repeating jokes from the movie. It's so funny.
Yeah. The film, like I said, has a layer of depth to it. It doesn't beat you over the head with it, obviously. It gives it its enjoyability for kids, which is obviously there, but it's also enjoyable and watchable and entertaining for teens and adults, but not 64-year-olds.
Not 64-year-olds or higher.
Or higher. No one's 64 or higher. I'm going to give this movie a score. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh, so higher than Kong?
Higher than Kong.
Which I would agree with. But, yeah.
Which you would agree with what?
That it's better than Kong.
Yeah.
Skull Island.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll keep that trend going. With each review, you'll get a higher ranking.
Yes. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe the next one we'll do will be 10 out of 10.
Or
9 out of 10.
9
Okay,
out of 10.
I suck.
Right. Well.
Yep.
from Day Ghost, keep on rolling.